Goeiedag, nog een stukje computerinfo. En wel het verhaal dat Steve Ballmer, de president van Microsoft, de man die nu aan het hoofd staat van het bedrijf, hoewel Bill Gates nog steeds chairman is en chief software engineer. Steve Ballmer was in Den Haag om Microsoft Office XP te introduceren. De nieuwste versie van het Office geïntegreerde pakket. Nou, u gaat luisteren naar Steve Ballmer. We willen u wel even waarschuwen. Dit is een verkooppraatje. Dit is geen journalistiek verslag. Dit materiaal komt van Microsoft. Wij mochten er zelf niet filmen, maar we willen u dit niet onthouden. Steve Ballmer van Microsoft in Den Haag, pratend over de toekomst van de computerindustrie.
I've been at Microsoft 21 years. It's a long time. In some quarters, it's even a longer time in the computer industry. I've lived through already at Microsoft 3 revolutions in the computer industry. And I'll tell you today that I think we are on the verge of embarking on a 4th revolution that's every bit as big or bigger than the revolutions that preceded it. And that's the so-called XML web service revolution. Our platform for the XML revolution is .NET. We started the end of last year, this year, next year, the year after, to deliver this .NET platform, to deliver it in Windows, to deliver it in Office, in Visual Studio, in our servers, and with new approaches like the so-called hailstorm services that we'll deliver. Actually, Internet, part of the platform will live out in the Internet itself. I say it's a revolution. I actually say it's a revolution on a par with the PC itself, graphical user interface, or the Internet. Those are all revolutions that change the way we all work, live, and the businesses that you operate. Huge, massive change. But this XML revolution will stand right up with it as an important fundamental advance. The PC was about making computers accessible. Windows was about leveraging and letting software developers leverage and participate and share work. Common infrastructure for menus, for dialog boxes, for devices. The Internet was about making this sort of data communications infrastructure accessible. The XML revolution will be all about letting developers share the work of others, extending, building on top of the applications, the websites, the work of others. XML will be the lingua franca of the Internet, allowing a kind of extensibility, interoperability, and sharing of data that's been hitherto unknown. One of the great problems in information technology has been, how do I get my systems to talk to your systems? That was a problem in the world of corporate computing. That's a fundamental barrier in the world of the Internet. There's no IT manager who manages my computer and your business system and your website. But we want those to be able to talk together, to share information, to be able to be presented and managed in a continuous fashion. It's really the XML web service revolution that will permit it, and Microsoft.NET will simply be the enabling platform for that revolution. XML is an open standard. I just hit the back button. XML is an open standard. Others will support it. It's a standard that's been supported by the W3C. We've been a leader. We've been active. But so have companies like IBM, one of our competitors clearly, and a variety of other companies. I have no doubt as I stand here with you today that the XML revolution will happen. We've bet our company on the importance of this XML transformation. And we'll give you the tools and platforms to participate and add value as partners in the XML world. Why are we so enthusiastic about XML? XML, as I said, is a way for systems to talk to systems. But when the information gets to the other side, it's still in a form where it can be manipulated and analyzed and worked with. If I send you a web page today, what do you have? A screen full of information. You can't suck the information out of it, represent it, show a part of it, analyze it. You look at your stock portfolio online, there's no general way to take the data and put it in a spreadsheet or Quicken or Microsoft Money. Can't be done. If I'm a user and I want to have my own personal homepage, how do I take snippets from my calendar and my wife's calendar and perhaps a web camera, sales results, and look at them in one place? If I'm a business, how do I take data from my dealer systems and my supplier systems and pull them all together and do some analysis? Can't do it. If I'm a company that wants to write an application that I might think of as, say, myvacation.com, and it lets me book a flight, it puts my arrival time on my sister's calendar, it notifies her when my flight's late, and it tells the post office not to deliver my mail. How do you write that application? I don't even know how to tell the post office to hold my mail in person, let alone to have my computer system talk to theirs and represent me securely. These are big problems, but these are the big opportunities available in the next generation of the internet. I can push that. Oh, there we go. What is our strategy? Our strategy is to provide software that we integrate in the client, in Windows, that we integrate in Office, that we integrate in the Windows Server, in SQL Server, in Exchange, that we integrate in the Internet Cloud, in our .NET services, that we put in Pocket PCs, that enable and facilitate people who want to write these applications that are rich, that have a rich user interface, that allow data to be manipulated and represented. And we're working on that strategy. Doesn't happen overnight. We're not going to tell people, wait 5 years until .NET comes. We're adding this support incrementally. This year in products like Visual Studio.net, the BizTalk server, the XML support that's built into new Office XP. We're getting on with life and making this happen step by step by step. Much the way graphical user interface took a few years to really take hold, I think it'll take a few years before the XML revolution really takes hold. But as I said, it'll be a big and fundamental revolution. I have partners who ask me, what's our role in the new world? Whether that's the world of the internet, the world of XML, the world that we foresee someday when software is not just a product, it's a service that updates itself, backs itself up, etc. We see an expanding role for our partners. Today, most of our partners do systems integration, applications development, network design, deployment, and management. If you take a look in the web services world, there'll be an even broader set of services to offer. Access, hosting, metering, aggregation, implementation, customization. These services are going to have to be every bit as customizable as any application has been. How do you build a website that third parties can customize, but where you can still control the security, the reliability, the availability of the website? Tough challenges, but challenges that we're signed up to. Because this industry and this opportunity won't take off unless we create a platform that enables our partners, the folks in this room and many others across the world, to continue to add value and innovate in new and important ways. I want to turn for a minute to a discussion of XML and the revolutionary change in the internet and talk a little bit more concretely about some of the important things that we have coming this year. And I want to start with Office XP. We launched Office XP, I guess, officially last Friday, but I had an opportunity to do a mini launch, shall we say, at one of the major computer stores in Rotterdam this morning. We talked about the product. We demoed the product. We talk about how it adds and aids the productivity of individuals, of teams, how it opens up corporate computing systems for innovation through XML, through smart tags. It's the start of the revolution, but in its own right, this is an incredible product. It's the most exciting and innovative version of Office that I think we've done since Office 97, maybe even before. The range of capabilities built in is long. We've shared some of that with you, but get the product and look at it. The scenarios that it enables for people to collaborate. The way it allows people to get more comfortable with the product. Anytime you do something, we help you do something more. You make a mistake, we help you not only get back, we help you do what you want to do. You're trying to figure out something you don't know, we don't just give you help, we don't make you search, we put something right up there in front of you that helps you through that task. For teams of people creating budgets, projects, presentations, business plans, the level of support is way, way beyond. So it is an important product in its own right. It's an exciting product. There's 250 million people who use Microsoft Office around the world. And it's a product that people not only use, they don't use casually. Most people would tell you they use Microsoft Office anywhere from 10 to 30 or 40 hours a week, whether it's Outlook or Excel or Word. And every innovation can be appropriately valued and prized by the user base that we get a chance to go together with you and get to upgrade to Office XP, build custom applications in Office XP, and add additional value to Office XP. I want to stress a couple of the new features in Office XP. People think about Office as a tool for individuals. It's a spreadsheet and a word processor. In the case of Office XP, we've added new capabilities. We've offered a new collaboration engine, the SharePoint team server. It's a document library. It's a team project management system. It gives you capabilities to subscribe, to understand when projects and documents, etc., have changed. It provides inside of Office new facilities that build on this, that help people collaborate and merge changes and revisions to their documents. It's a major step forward built on a major new module. Office is not going to be just Word, Excel. It was Word and Excel, and then PowerPoint and Access and Outlook and SharePoint and Front Page, Visio. We keep adding more facilities to the Office framework, the basic set of tools that the knowledge worker needs to do their jobs. Joining the SharePoint team server with this release is another new product, separate from Office this time, that we call the SharePoint Portal Server. And the SharePoint Portal Server is really a tool that will allow you to go create portals for your corporate customers, places where they can manage and organize and present information in a very integrated form. Enterprise Search really is the killer application of the corporate portal. And the way SharePoint Portal Server lets you do that for your customers, the way it integrates with the new optical character recognition software that's built in to Office XP is a powerful new concept for you to take advantage of. I talked about Office as a solutions platform. Excuse me. And I think this is a very exciting advance in Office XP. When we launched the product last week in the US, we already had a range of partners, the largest legal publishers in the United States, UPS, the big parcel delivery service, and many others, building custom add-ins, not hard add-ins, custom add-ins that use the XML extensibility in Office to let you literally be inside of an Office document. And when it sees something that looks like a UPS tracking number, it automatically takes you to their website. When you see a person's name, it lets you get their contact information, automatically send them a piece of mail. When it sees a legal citation, it automatically takes you in context to a legal library, directly to the citation about that case. These are extensible mechanisms that you can build for your customers, to their websites, to third parties' websites. You can build them for the client, you can build them for the server. They are value that you can add in the total solution that you deliver based on Microsoft products. Also later this year, we'll introduce another product, significant in its own right, but consistent with this .NET XML vision, and that's Windows XP. Windows XP will come in two forms, a home version and a professional version, both of which I think will be very significant. One of the criticisms that gets leveled against Windows today is it crashes too much. Windows 2000 does not crash too much. Windows XP is based on the same code base. It'll bring the reliability and stability that people want to all new PC users and to anybody who chooses to upgrade to Windows XP. In addition, we have a fresh new user interface. We build in better support for mobility. We have facilities to enable remote help desk, something that might be important for a number of you to take advantage with your clients. And we have new capabilities for digital media, for video, for photography, for music, and the like. I should also point out that from a Windows perspective, later this year when Intel announces the new Itanium chip, 64-bit, we will have Windows support for 64-bit Itanium.
Tot zover Steve Ballmer van Microsoft. En het ging om een promotiepraatje voor het product Windows Office XP, een geïntegreerd pakket. En dat zeggen we er nog even bij. Dit is geen journalistieke reportage. Dit is gewoon het promotiepraatje van Steve Ballmer, wat hij hield in Den Haag. Maar we vonden het wel leuk om je even mee te laten kijken naar de aanpak van deze topman uit de Amerikaanse computerindustrie. Hij is de president van Microsoft. Bill Gates, ik zei het al, is dit nog de chairman. Maar dit is een belangrijke speler. En wat dat betreft, dit was Computer Info en we komen er vast nog op terug. En dan nu World Prayer Day met Van Toesie en Les in Toveren.